Hello everyone, I'm Loa and today I'll be talking about Rosalind Franklin. Franklin was born on the 25th of July of 1920 in London. Since she was a teenager, her dream was to become a scientist. And everything started when she gained a scholarship in Cambridge University, then gaining a PhD in chemistry. In 1951, she joined King's College London to study the structure of the DNA using X-rays. Franklin upgraded the X-ray lab and got to work shining high-energy X-ray on tiny wet crystals of DNA. But the academic culture at that time didn't really accept women. Franklin was all the time isolated from her colleagues. She worked as an assistant with Wilson, but she never stopped and kept on working. And in 1952 she obtained photo 51, which is the most famous X-ray image of the DNA. At the same time, the American biologist James Watson and the British physicist Francis Crick, they were also working on finding the DNA structure. While Franklin was busy working on her data and calculations, Wilson took photo 51 secretly and without her knowledge to go and show it to Watson and Crick. Instead of calculating the exact position of every atom, they just did a quick analysis of her work and data, coming up with 3 different structures that DNA may be looking like. And finally, they arrived to the right one. DNA is made up of 2 helicoidal strands, one opposite to the other, with bases in the center like rungs of a ladder. And as we know, these bases are guanine, cytosine, adenine, and thymine, and they're held together by different hydrogen bonds. For guanine and cytosine, they're held by 3 hydrogen bonds, and for adenine and thymine, they're held by 2 hydrogen bonds, which makes the bond between cytosine and guanine stronger than the bond between adenine and thymine. In April of 1953, Watson and Crick published their deoxyribonucleic acid model, which of course stands for DNA. Meanwhile, Franklin finally finished up with her calculation and she came up with the same result as Watson and Crick. Later, she submitted her own manuscript. The journal published both manuscripts of Watson and Crick and Franklin at the same time, but they've put Franklin's last, making it look like her experiment just confirmed Watson and Crick's breakthrough instead of actually inspiring it. But at that time, Franklin has already stopped working with DNA and her experiments. She died because of cancer in 1958. Never knowing that Watson and Crick had seen her photographs. In 1962, Watson, Crick, and Wilson, they won the Nobel Prize for their discovery regarding the DNA. It was said that if Franklin was alive, she would have also won the Nobel Prize regarding that. But at the same time, she may have won even 2 because of her work on the structure of viruses that led another colleague to gain the Nobel Prize in 1982. Franklin's work revolutionized medicine, agriculture, and biology. The career she followed wasn't really considered at that time a career that girls can do. It was very hard and full of hurdles and struggles, but at the same time she was able to do her best and to be considered as one of the heroes of biology nowadays. And yeah, that was it for today's video. I wish that you learned something and thank you for watching.